Big numbers, 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New York Jets. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson now, dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the edge. Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Bang, 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 bang. Kill, kill, kill.
Throwing is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Yeah, he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Shoot! 20. Lady. 25. Check 25.
Darnold from the gun. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll pull it down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Pass. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 45 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold, he gets it to Thomas.
The pass on 2nd down. Complete to Demarius Thomas. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first.
Under 10, 10. Shift. Ready.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Back to throw, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that?
Here we go.
Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down. Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Darnold. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7. Sam Ficken on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, we got four. Four down. Hayward. 46, boys. 46. 46 to Mike. I'm coming.
Now Jackson steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, it's complete to Snead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 33 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Bell. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Bell. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd down.
36. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He's checking quick. Check 15. Check 15. Wide. Get wide. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
On the counter, here's Bell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd and 12, Darnold is going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Jackson to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Rush in! Rush in!
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number one, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me,
trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think there's a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is Ingram on first and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and 15 now. Jackson buying time to his left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down as time is now run out in this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw is Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Show it up. Lady. Check 49. Check 49. Red 80. Check 99. Check 99. Watch twins. Watch twins. Here we go.
They'll run it with Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This one from 48 yards away. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway.
Check.
Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
To throw is Jackson, being chased out left. Snead's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
From the 27, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Flush to his right. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
57 Mike. Mike the touch.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those 2 teams do you think has the potential to go deep? There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 76 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean...
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, 69 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield.
And he will not get away. He sacked back around the 3-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
I'm here all day.
To throw again on second down. Jackson flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Bell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On third and short, going with their tight end. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on fourth and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And surprisingly, this is the first. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
We're going to start. 50 seconds to Mike. Who there? Yeah, lady. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check now.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Take 4, take 4.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Check, cross, young lady.
Here's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Darnold to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Throwing again is Darnold. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
47-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson steps away. He'll try and run it. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Now it's Jackson, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 92 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jackson now. eluding the pressure right. And he's hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets.